Hi, in today's episode, after a long break, we have another special guest coming up for you. This time, we have a life coach here to make all things right and help you grow. So, let's start another episode of Enriching and start today's podcast.
We Enrich Learning presents.
So yes, Abhya, my background is actually an IT background. So I have worked with IT
Oh, wow.
industry for almost 20 plus years. And back in 2012-13, I realized that I can I'm more inclined towards mentoring, coaching, and but at that time I was not well aware of what coaching is all about. So I entered into coaching training at that time and started my certification along with my job. That was a corporate job I was doing at that time. So for all these 8 years, I have learned and done lot many certifications. And in 2000, around 15, 16, I got associated with some of the schools where
Okay.
we started giving workshop to children and teachers on the subject of emotional intelligence and social emotional learning. So from there, I got glued to it that, this is a field I would like to, explore and work on it. And
Yeah.
I also realized that, while I was working with adults, it was difficult to change them. Telling,
Okay.
someone who is 40, 45 years old that, you need to work on your emotions, you need to work on yourself is challenging actually. But while you teach these skills to children, they are ready to learn. For them, it's
Hmm.
very, natural thing. It comes naturally.
Yeah.
So we started with the schools also, along with the work I was doing. And then in 2018, we formed our own academy. It's called Meraviglia EQ Academy, that is focused on providing social emotional learning, life coaching certification to individuals. So we work with individuals all across the globe. We provide them with life coaching certification that are niche based, like kids and a parents life coach they can become from us. And the second one is social emotional learning for teachers and students. So
Okay.
that's how my journey has been from a corporate
So,
to.
why is it important? Like, why is it so important? When I was in school, I didn't see such personality development courses around me in my school. But as I've grown up, and I've not been in school since I've not been in school. I've seen
Uh-huh.
these programs getting very large, and that's very good. But I still don't understand the importance of it.
So it's like you would see that people who have grown up, we complain a lot about things that are not good, things that the decisions that we have taken, the things we are doing as an adult. Sometimes we have done completely wrong things. Like if you see your plastic around you, right? From day one we would have known that plastic is not good for the environment, but
Exactly.
instead of telling people that stop the use of plastic, or if we can recycle or not, why can't we just stop manufacturing it? So that
True.
if you could have thought that ways, whatever we are starting, what will the impact on the world about this? So this is
Hmm.
something lacking. So what if we teach our children from very early age that whatever decisions we take in life has a impact on the world. So are my decisions helpful to the world, or am I actually doing something wrong to the world? Even if you see your cars and vehicles around you, now everyone has a car.
Yeah.
We would have thought that building more public transport would help reduce pollution, and everybody will be able to travel world class. But no, what we are doing, we are manufacturing cars day by day. It's increasing. Nobody is thinking about it. So again we turn to children and tell them that, can you do something about it? Do you
I
think?
remember, yeah, I remember when I used to go to school in my bus. So whenever we could come like near our school, there would be so much traffic there. We would
Yeah,
take at least 15 minutes with just the two that normally would be a 2 minute ride, right?
right.
And that is where our school also promoted the if like there were many students coming from private vehicle coming from their own vehicle, but then they started the process of like if there is one car coming, why can't they take other students around their neighborhood as well?
Right.
That is how instead of five cars going in that one lane, only one would go.
So what is there, when you say why it is important, now we are solving the problems. So our
True.
question is, why should the problem arise in the first place? So now you see that Bangalore has so much traffic, Delhi NCR has so much traffic. Every city that is metro city, you can say, has too much of traffic.
Too
A
much
place where
traffic.
you would hardly take 10 minutes, it might take 1 hour, 2 hours, to read. So why it is important? Why emotional intelligence? Why social emotional learning? That when we are talking about, that we should be working on sustainable development goals, and we are doing nothing about it. So let's, turn to children, teach them that what is the importance of it and
True.
why they should be doing it. So
I
that is,
get,
I think,
yeah,
the
I get why
importance.
you said that training parents and adults would be difficult now.
Yeah, because they have already done,
Yeah,
what they could have done, they have done it. But the new generation, at least, I'm seeing they
true,
are more sensible, they are more talented, and I'm amazed by the talent we have, in youngsters now. They
true.
are thinking from that point of view, that is it affecting my, my world, the place that we are living in. And
We
also,
keep,
you would have
yeah,
seen youngsters are coming forward, they're cleaning lakes, they are creating, using plastic, reusing, a lot of waste material.
true.
So yes, children have that power. So that's why, our program fits in that, start from there and teach them the
We
importance
keep
of
talking about awareness, that how we need to generate awareness
it.
since from
Right.
childhood. But I'm very glad that right now, now we started working on that awareness as well.
Yeah.
We know stuff, but now we're also working towards it. I think that's such a great step. So, ma'am, but you've been doing it for so many years. I mean,
Yes.
I'm sure you have this golden tariqa of managing everything in your life as well, personal life and work life. How do you do it?
So see, when you love something that you do, you get time for it. If you don't
True.
want to do something, you find excuses for it. So I see most of people, they spend more time finding excuses that why they can't do it, while others who are doing it are just doing it. You just have to keep doing, and everything falls in place. So there's nothing like, work life balance. It is like, what is important at what point of time. You set your priorities and everything work out for you.
And
So
ma'am,
that's the
and
matter.
what do you have to say for people who are just starting their work? For example, if they're just starting their business right now, how can they manage their, like, how can they
So
manage
I would
everything?
suggest, don't think too much, don't take too much stress. Just do whatever you feel like it is workable. Just start working on it, take actions, and there's nothing that cannot work. No would have imagined that people, human will travel to space one day. We are
True.
seeing it's happening, right? So we couldn't have thought that sitting in your home you can work all across the world. You can talk to anybody in around the world, right? So everything is possible. Just don't take too much stress. Everything has a workout. If something is not working, think about something else. But don't take stress, because if you will take stress, you might get sick, you might get ill. Then nothing will be worth it, because
I
health
am.
is also
It works for me
equally
as
important.
well.
So don't take stress. Just do whatever you want
Yes.
to do. Yeah, and
True.
you will enjoy doing it.
Yes. Yes. We'll enjoy doing it. It's a rough ride, but I'm sure later on
Yeah,
we'll all have fun doing it.
yeah, it's important.
Yes. So, ma'am, your institution is purely based in Delhi, right?
Yeah, so
Hmm.
you can say that it's based in Delhi NCR, but yes, we have like people from all across the world who have been trained by our institute, and now they are working in their spaces. So from Lebanon to Dubai to UAE,
Oh wow.
Qatar, USA, Canada, Australia, we have our coaches who have been trained, and now they are doing amazing work there. With their children, with their students. So that's something we can say that yes, now we are global, sitting
It's
here
like
in
so
India.
interesting to learn about this young companies like yours. Just blooming so nicely, managing everything, bringing such good experiences. Like I am sure we did not have this like way back. This
Yeah,
is everything we have today, and it's such a good thing to see such companies. My company is also fairly young, and
yeah.
all the motives they have, all the products we have, we try to bring to the world. I think it's such a beautiful thing to see such young companies, and it's very inspirational for students like me to
Yeah.
learn things from you. It's
Well,
such an interesting ride.
thank you.
So, ma'am, our Apni Toh Paathshala, we
Mhm.
are starting a new round. We're starting a new format where I will be asking some rapid fire questions to you.
Okay,
Uh, it can be an experience, it can be whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be short or crispy. You just have to say, I'll just ask a few questions and you have to say that first thing that comes to your mind.
okay.
Is that fine? Your favorite school memory?
So I think my music class that I really love to
Oh, it
go and learn. Yeah, music and dance.
You're in like school?
School, yes. So that was
Ma'am,
the favorite thing.
it was. Mine was definitely not my music class.
So
It was
why
not
was that?
mine.
Why was that?
Ma'am, it was. I was very scared of my music teacher.
Yeah, so see, that's the main point, because our teacher was like really caring, and he would, train us. He would love, like, his own children, and would create a lot of, things for us. That so we
Oh
used to
wow.
look forward to go and, attend those classes. And unfortunately, it was just once a week. So we would look forward to going to that class and enjoy.
I was also very. I was glad that my class was just 1 week. I did not want to go to my ma'am's class. She was
Yeah.
very strict. She would just have me standing and sing like Sare Gama. I did not know how to sing those. Since like
Yeah.
all my school years, I did not know how to sing those. I'm like the worst singer.
Yeah.
And ma'am, one funny or bad experience you have working in your job right now. This one
Um,
experience you'll want to share.
So currently, if I say, I am doing my business, my coaching business, I can say. So there are moments, when you are really happy, and the other moment you feel very low, you are lonely, nobody understands what you are going through. So sometimes it becomes, choking that, what do I do about it? Because my work is something that gives me, that resilience power that I comes back. But very often, I do go through that moments when I'm very low and thinking that, oh, it's not working, nothing is happening. So then I have to move myself, towards other things that no, see, there are good things happening. Maybe it takes time. And a business, it's a slow process. It doesn't happen overnight.
Okay, ma'am, so next question. You are based in Delhi, so what is that one place to visit, must visit place in Delhi?
So there are so many places in Delhi. I've been in Delhi for almost 20 years now. But,
Exactly, wow.
well, wherever you live, you generally don't go out. It's just like you are working there and just day and
So,
night passes
but
by.
if you had this one day, for example, if I went to Delhi and I had just this is one place to visit, where would I go?
So see, I like monuments and all, so I would suggest, go to India Gate, at least watch these places because they are really good,
They're
going there.
very crowded,
It's a
isn't it?
must. Crowded too much, even if you're going with now, you are passing by in the midnight, you will see a huge crowd there.
Yeah, I
But
love
I
food,
think,
so I'll mainly go for food there
yeah,
because
so
over
Chandni
here,
Chowk, and, you can explore Chandni Chowk for that reason
I'll
for
go to
food.
Chandni Chowk. Okay,
Yeah,
next time I go to Delhi, I go to Chandni Chowk and have good
yeah,
food there.
explore.
Ma'am, one food you remember from your childhood?
So there are many, food items. Actually I'm from Uttarakhand, and
No,
So
ma'am,
one,
the shop, the one food you get from shop, like your childhood value.
so it's like rasmalai. Every time we used to visit market, that was the must to have kind of. It wasn't like every day we are visiting market, but once in a while, 15 days, 1 month, whenever we will go visit, this is one thing I would like to have.
There was this one biscuit that used to come. I forgot its name as well. I will remember it from the packing. I forgot the name, but
Uh-huh.
I used to love having them when I was a little girl. No? But
Uh-huh.
it just discontinued after that. It was very hurtful.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have happened. So, ma'am, I feel that you were this very obedient child in your childhood.
Kind
Were
of,
you?
our time was very simple, my 90s, 80s, 90s, it was a very simple childhood. We didn't have so many of, you can say social media, television, or so many things, these days children are busy in video games and all. But our time was very simple, like we used to
Ma'am,
play out.
yeah, because my next question was your most memorable bunk.
Memorable what?
Bunk. Did you ever have a bunk?
No, never
No,
actually.
no,
Never. Because
never.
I was
Not
in
even
a
once.
residential school, so there was no
Ah,
chance of, doing that. But yes, as I said, music class was something. So whenever we had preparations for annual day and all, so we used to, be very happy because all we could escape our classes after lunch, and we would used to
ah.
go to music class. That was the only memory I
See, I feel like our audience has you as our educator, as our teacher, and I'm
had.
sure they're also loving hearing about you. So, ma'am, but we're reaching towards the end of this podcast, and I asked this one question. If you had to say just one thing to the audience, this one message you had to give, what would it be?
So it's like, just live happily, do, what you like the most, nothing else matter in this world. If you are happy, you will make others happy. If you are not happy, nothing will work. So just focus on you. You are the most
Hmm.
important person.
That would help me a lot as well. And thank you so much for this beautiful episode, ma'am. I had a wonderful fine time talking to you. I was very nervous actually before, but now I feel very relaxed.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much
much.
for
Anna.
joining in, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am. Have a nice day. Please take care of yourself.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.